A Harvard Business Review study reports that 50% of entrepreneurs feel isolated, with no one to truly confide in. And I must say, despite being single over 30, I have always felt lucky being on the other side of those stats. Until that summer day. Everything started last year as I was sitting on the grass reading. Suddenly, a little green head waddled toward me. A mallard duck. He seemed to expect something from me. And indeed, he was right. I gave him nuts. From that day on, we became true friends. I would visit him and his mini flock of 3 regularly, weekly. We formed quite literally an interspecies symbiosis, where I would feed them oats and nuts, and they would feed me in return. Presence, attention, and trust. But one day, as I was walking around the park, things shifted. I met this one drake that was thinner than the others, floating in his feathers. He didn't walk but crawled because of a leg injury. As I felt his pain deeply, I decided to help. And let me tell you, I got involved in a real rescue mission here. I have tried to catch him and put him in a box, and successfully to bring him to the vet. But what I did mainly is that every single day I would visit him to feed him, hoping he would recover. And he indeed got better, thank God. Until one day he refused to eat. And I was like, man, listen, I have prepared all this food for you. I moved across the park for your tail and you're not moving it. And I thought, okay, that's fine. Because from now, I will come only 6 days a week instead of 7. And little did I know, that small decision was actually a sign of hidden burnout. From the moment I took a break, I felt such a relief, intense, from my ducky mama duty. From 6 days a week, I went 5 days a week, then 3 days, until eventually I was completely gone from the ducky world. Not only did I stop supporting that injured drake, but also I stopped my friendship with my favorite flock. I still don't know if it's for an indefinite time or what, but I had to do it for me. And what happened next caught me off guard. While I was stretching, bending over my leg, it hit me. I felt lonely. And I think I had always felt it, but never allowed myself to experience it because the ducks had been filling a gap that I didn't even realize was there. For a second, I felt sad because I do want a man to love me and I do want kids. And as soon as I caught myself in this negative headspace, I shifted to acceptance. I feel lonely, and that's fine. That is being human. I mean, if I were completely blissful, being single over 30 without a child, without a man, it would be weird. Because we were created to love and to be loved and to create. That's part of human nature. And from there, I elevated my emotional state even more. Not only I accepted loneliness, but I felt empowered by it. Because you know what? I feel, so I live. I feel alive. Whew. And so from bitterness, I went to acceptance, to empowerment. Loneliness empowered me. And that is my counterintuitive way of combating loneliness, is that you don't fight it, you let it be. You face it instead of fleeing it. Because every emotion carries a valuable piece of information about your needs and instructions about what to do next. Emotion sets you in motion towards your desired destination, if you let yourself hear it. But how can you hear the sound of your emotions if you are constantly buzzing? So what is taking up space right now in your life, the way the ducks did in mine? Is it your work? Maybe you run a business or you are an executive that works like nights. Maybe it's constant family time, or you like partying, seeing your friends often, or overindulging in hobbies. And don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong about all those activities, but it is the excess, the buzziness that prevents you from hearing the sound of your deepest emotions. So be aware of how you truly feel. Face it, because this is when freedom and magic truly happen. Like this video if it helped you, and subscribe to my channel.